y'all, you guard, man. Wu Tang, me.
What up, man? Inspector Deck, aka Czar Bonds. You know what I mean?
Peace is good. The law of mathematics, aka mathematics, Norman Porter.
Y'all already know who we is, man. What up? What up, though?
Yeah.
Wu Tang in the motherfucking building.
What did you guys want to be when you guys were kids? Did you guys already have an idea? Did it turn out?
It depends what type of, what level of kid you talking about.
Yeah.
You talking about 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12?
We'll say like elementary school, high school.
Shit, man. At that time, before drugs hit, before Ronald Reagan poisoned the whole fucking world.
Shit, I wanted to be MC. Urban rappers delight and all that shit.
I was going to school. I wanted to be in the ball.
I wanted to be like my man, Mr. Magic, on the radio and shit. Like Marley Marl and them, I wanted to be one of them radio DJs, man. It's like when we play one of the hip-hop underground stations or something. DNA, Hank Love, and cats they used to listen to back in the days.
That's always I wanted to bury y'all niggas. Coffee
shit. I wanted to be the Flash too. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, what level of you was, but you know.
Yeah, my shit always changed. It's like age and who I was influenced by. I mean, I was influenced even by dudes around my way. I remember like Rodney McClain was a cool nigga around my way.
Who's Rodney McClain?
It was a dude from Southside and shit, but he's the first nigga I seen b-boy. So it's like, he's doing the b-boy, he had the steps. I was like, yo, shit.
Right.
That shit was fly. That shit was fly. Yeah.
Did you guys like school? Did you guys graduate high school?
Oh, I graduated high school. I went to college 2 years. And also did 3 years in prison. So I got a pistol in both worlds.
Do you mind telling us what you went to school for?
Business management.
Do you mind telling us what you went to prison for?
Same shit, everybody, like a lot of black people go for. Guns, drugs,
Same old, right? I did the same, man, but I wasn't fortunate enough to go to college. I got my GED by our boss. So, I felt good about that at least, you know what I'm saying? As far as me, school, I never really went to school, but when I was one of the dudes that never came, but came on test days and things like that and passed the test. And, the teacher be clowning you like, you have so much potential, like, why do you waste your shit? But, you out there living that life, like you said, you living that hustle, man, fast money coming to you, so school ain't, you wouldn't really care about no books wasn't good, no money, but later in life you learn that, them books would teach you all these professions that's going on, all these high-paying jobs, so, if I could have did it again, I'd have stayed in school, you know what I'm saying, for what it's worth, just to get all the preliminaries,
I learned a little bit. I was kind of messing up because the hustle game kind of like took me away from it. But I was, I had my GPA was a little decent, you know what I mean? But I was paying for my own college tuition out of my pocket. I just wanted to just get out of the streets, you know what I mean? I was tired of being around with these hoodlums and dudes shooting each other. Like I said, that age, 88, 89, 90, was just, just mad. It was just fucked up out there, man.
It was fucked up, but it was good.
Yeah, it had its good part, and it was bad part, man.
Yeah. Same thing with Jack. It's like, as far as like, I used to cut school a lot. Like I graduated, but didn't graduate. I didn't do the ceremony or nothing like that. But I got my diploma. I got it later. But I used to cut school. Like I used to play ball. I went to high school. I went to high school for graphic arts. And at one point I wanted to be an architect. But I was nice and ball and all that. I played ball, but it's like my career was cut short, due to old English, 40 ounces. I used to love to drink a lot of 40s and cut school, never go to class, but I show up on test days, knock them shits out. So I ended up being the king of summer school, night school. I used to do it all. Just keep going back and forth and shit like that.
Do you think education should be free?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's easier said than done because they don't want everybody smart. You got paid to be smart. It seems like
all knowledge should be free. You shouldn't put a price on something that's meant to be given away anyway. it's like, you know, when you start doing that, that just shows how corrupt or how much devilishment exists within you. It's like, that's like, I know something, but in order for you to get it, you gotta pay. You know, I don't see that. I see its levels. It's like you might not be able to get it right now because maybe you're not ready for this. But when somebody say, well, you got to pay for that? Nah.
And books are expensive. My God, yeah. It's retarded, man. How much education costs? Costs like fucking 50, 30 G's a year. Maybe some spots 100 G's. It's for good education, man. And that's like, you know, Harvard type shit. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Right. It's like the book is free, but the ink costs $799.99. It's crazy.
I just wanted to ask y'all, what do you guys think about Donald Trump?
Oh, Donald Trump.
America don't want Trump president, man.
You know what?
Stop playing.
I'm not hating on Donald Trump because you know why? I don't. This is my opinion about the Trump. With the housing market crashing and all that, I think he's coming to heal something that we don't know about. You know, they put him there for a position for a reason, but they try to dump all. The thing I don't like, they try to dump all the fucked up shit on Obama. Like he was responsible for the shit that Bush did. You know what I mean? Like the black man was the scapegoat for the sucker shit that somebody else did. And he coming to mock him. That's the only shit I don't like about it, man. But Trump, I don't know, you know, he's the type of person that makes me feel like he gonna hire the right people, and you know, he gonna get advisors. He gonna have a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? But is he a president's person? I don't know. Is his character? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the whole mystery about him. But Trump, like, is hip hop. You know, he been hip hop since Raekwon said, "I'm the Black Trump." You know what I'm saying? His name has been in the streets for a long time. So I don't, you know, we gonna see how he turn out.
I was also wondering, what are some of your favorite places to travel to in the world? You guys have been on tour all over the world. Is there any
Amsterdam,
Australia,
Bulgaria, baby.
Spain is nice. Spain's real nice. I like Australia.
Bulgaria was on the chain.
Why Bulgaria?
You get like triple. You got like triple for your money, American money.
Oh yeah.
You blowing the. I must have been blowing the jack for 3 hours, 100 hours. Yo, it was eating snow crabs and all this shit. 20 hours.
Dollars like $100.
Yeah, it was like, yo, it was insane. There no red lights. You driving 100 miles an hour on the highway. You know.
Shit like that. Yeah,
Sounds like a
good.
good time.
You know, there's a lot of spots, man.
Who or what inspired you to do what you do?
Oh, who inspired me? My people around me. Or Raekwon the Chef, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, RZA. You know what I mean? Everybody who's in my crew as Wu Tang has inspired me to do what I do. Because when I used to hear meth rhyme, cap rhyme in the streets, I used to be damn. I was a beatboxing ass nigga. So I was in the hallway, you know what I mean? And them niggas was doing their shit. I used to think they, you know, I was doing kind of hard, you know what I mean? And, you know, RZA, you know, he was like the smartest nigga I knew. You know what I mean? He inspired me to have a great mind. Because I'm not attracted to idiot ass niggas. You know what I mean? I was never attracted to idiot motherfuckers. I was always attracted to great mind motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's why I wrote with mathematics and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that was my inspiration. You know what I mean? That's what pulled me into certain levels and attracted me to certain levels.
as far as production, it was definitely RZA. It's just like, there was a time, like, you know, for me, I was always DJing. And then it was a time, like, you know, I DJed for Jizza when he was on Cold Chillin'. And I remember when Jizza had got off of Cold Chillin', I remember doing a few joints, you know, I had when he got the Con 950, the Lexus joint, you know, the drum pad, we did a few joints, but, you know, production at that time, I wasn't really, you know, we was just doing it just, you know, me personally, I can't speak for Jizza, but I was just doing it just, you know, like, all right, this is what we want to do, such and such, whatever. Then, you know, like, you know, when Rock came through and the whole Wu Tang thing came through, and, you know, God was doing on the beats or whatever, it was, one night we hung out and, you know, he did Ice Cream. That's the shit that made me want to produce. Because it's like I just heard the whole transformation of how it started to where it ended up. I don't know if it's all before, but I remember going into the room and shit like, yo, what's that? You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, this is the ASR. So that was the first thing I went and copped. And to this day, I still got that same ASR, and I still use it. It's like, you know, that's my baby. And I lost the book on the plane. So like I remember reading the owner's manual on the plane. We was going somewhere, and I left it on the plane. So I had to learn basically like deck. I learned a lot from deck. I learned a lot from Riz. I learned a lot from True. But True Mass taught me in different ways. But I learned a lot from True Mass too. And shit.
What were some of your fondest moments of your childhood?
Playing.
Fondest moments.
Fondest moments when it used to be loud, man.
We used to stick
Growing
together.
up, you stick together, your moms, my mom, you know, everybody was somewhat of an extended family. That's kind of what I enjoy most about it, because I see nowadays, growing up, it's a lot of it's real violent, you know. Everybody's trying to world star each other on all levels. You know, they're trying to world star each other on every level.
Yeah, well, snatch and shine a different way, like, you know, just like fuck up your image doing sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's just like we live in a world where people will create beef because beef sells. Like anything that sells, you can everything's marketable now. Like friendship, shit that you couldn't market before is marketable now. Like I think everything is the same. So you know, for me, I miss a time when a lot of shit had value. You know what I mean? Just basic things had value. That's just a simple thing. I can get into all the detailed shit.
Peace, this is Master Killer from the motherfucking Wu Tang Clan. You already know what it is. We rocks the world. We rocks the show. Whatever you don't know, we telling you right now. Peace to all the gods in the earth. Peace to the babies. Peace.
That's right.
What's up? The green nigga come out the window.
I also
I
just
used
want.
to wheelie the block.
Oh, he was the Willie King. You know, he was wheeling up in him and Artie.
Back in them times, you know what I'm saying? Wheelie in the block, one hand, coming around corners, embracing the bus.
We used to have competitions of who can wheelie the whole avenue.
Yeah.
Because Park Hill was from all the way from top to bottom. And I only seen like 2-3 brothers that can do that. He was one of the dudes that can do that. It was him, Blunt, and Artie. It was the only two niggas can wheelie that whole fucking shit. On 10 speeds, too.
10 speeds, fucking, any, name the bike. It don't even matter, man.
Those are that
banana
kid
seat.
Yeah.
You could have a banana seat with the chopper handlebars. You still wheeling that shit.
Can you tell some of maybe some of the scariest moments of your life?
What you mean, far as like gun battle shit?
One of the scariest moments of his life is when he seen Mike Tyson.
Yeah. We survived a lot of block wars, man. There's been a lot of drama, man. Group around maniacs, you know, dudes that was not human. You know, I could say evil at its purest form, man. That's what I could say, man. It's about that shit.
Have you ever been to jail?
Who hasn't in our crew?
Who hasn't? You know been in jail?
I can't say now.
Hold on, let me say something. Hold on. In American statistics right now, okay, it says 1/3 of the male population will go to jail. Okay? But for the black population of America, you're talking about probably 2 out of 3 is scheduled.
Basically, got to stamp already. As soon as you come out the coach.
It's like that's part of the schedule. It's like how many brothers I got? I got 8 brothers, right?
Yeah.
How many niggas from the jail?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, only one happens who haven't been to jail. It's like that. Who hasn't been to jail in your family? In America, jail, the locking up people is part of a system, of a big economic system. So I think if our politicians, if they need to fix anything, they need to fix our criminal justice system.
You know what Trump gonna say?
In the school
Send those motherfuckers back to Africa.
I'd
You said send the Mexicans back across the border.
They need to fix the justice system.
You can't retract that statement.
He don't care about that.
He said
He don't
send
care
all
about
the
retracting that
immigrants
shit.
back home. Like put a fence up.
Like I said, I'm gonna say one thing though. Damn near my whole crew had the handcuffs clicked on them at least once in their time in their life. You're gonna hear that every one of my brothers did, at least once.
Can you describe what it is like to be in jail?
Me and him
It's a
been
fucked up place.
Me and him
You don't
been
want to be there. Nah, keep it official.
So stupid.
You don't want to be there. It's a fucked
It
up
is
spot.
it is the
bro.
most suckerish shit. You feel like a straight hip sucker. You're around 100 men, fight for the phone. Niggas in the yard. Some niggas is holding hands. Some niggas ain't holding hands. Muslims is hating on everybody.
To describe how it feels to be in jail is to describe how it feels to be without freedom.
Basically.
Simple as that.
Yeah. You like your freedom? If you like your freedom, stay the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
In other words,
it's not a place you want to be, man, especially for a young
I'd
cat.
rather work in a fucking McDonald's and do some sucker shit on the block and lose your freedom. You know what I mean? Because it's fucked up, man.
On our album, A Better Tomorrow, we got a song called Mistaken Identity. Because a lot of us is locked up, didn't even do it. Niggas doing 25 to life.
Shit,
He ain't do it.
He ain't even do it.
Exactly.
He might look like the motherfucker. Then you gotta do at least about 8-9 years to prove yourself fucking innocent and some DNA shit.
Oh nah, half the time they know you ain't even
They
do
already
it.
knew that.
I remember a cat around the way. He did 25 years already, but when he got locked up, so everybody knew he ain't do it. It's like the cops knew it. Like the cops was like saying like, you know he ain't do it.
Somebody gotta go.
Exactly.
You gotta go down. You need a face for this. You need a face for that
Oh,
car.
they put a face on some shit.
Yeah, they'll put a face on it. They'll manufacture a face, you know.
Is it true you did a show on Rikers Island?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
tell us about
Dirty
that.
was locked up.
Yeah.
You know,
That was pretty peace too.
yeah, that was kind of crazy. I know he was kind of feeling some type of way because from the outside looking in, it's like, this is fucking annoying. You know, you gotta leave. After you leave, like you did the show, you with him, you gotta leave, and he gotta stay. Oh my gosh.
He started eating hamburgers in there. He was a vegetarian when he went in. He said, yo, I mean burgers in this motherfucker now.
If you ever go to Rikers Island, first thing you see when the door is, they got a whole glass case of all the weapons they fucking caught niggas smuggling in. And I was locked up with one nigga, his name was Shy. And when Nas said, he was talking about Snuggle Uzi on the island and Army Jack and London, I was locked up with that nigga. And they got this picture, they got the actual Uzi of him, of his Uzi that he snuck on the Rikers Island in the glass case. As soon as you walk in Rikers Island in the folk building, it's right there. And it's like, wow. And, you know, when I was locked up, they was like, that's Big Shot. That's the nigga who snuck the Uzi on the island, Army Jack and London. You know how niggas talk about it. You know, that's his reputation.
Like number one rapper.
Yeah, it's like, that's Big Shot. It's Uzi on the island, Army Jack and London. And I never forgot the nigga because I was in the law library. And I was sitting there trying to look at my little punk ass case. And he was like, I was like, yo man, I got news. Get the fuck out of here, little youngin' nigga. I got 30 years. I want to hear about your little punk ass fucking case. Nigga screaming.
Yeah, 30 years.
He got 30 fucking years. I had a little punk ass 1 and 3. He sent me in my little way, my tail between the legs and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I was young. I was my first little bit. I ain't know nothing about nothing. I was wet behind the ears and shit, man. But I never forgot that shit, man. You want to see that, man. You want to see that. That shit is some sucker shit, man, for real.
You don't never forget niggas that scared the shit out of you.
No. Mike Tyson didn't scare the shit out of me. I was in awe of Mike Tyson because he was the heavyweight champion of the world at the time. And he was feline down with the big gold chain on. He was in Red Parrot and we was all fly as hell. But he was the flyest nigga in the house.
He was sitting on 60 million.
Yeah, he was sitting on bills. He was sitting on bills. The niggas sitting on. We had Chuck Jury on, but he was Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Power was there. You know, all the niggas was there. We was like, yeah, it's Tyson. Yeah. You wasn't like that? Oh, it's somebody. I know somebody you see like, you know, you was in awe. It's like when I saw Halle Berry. I was in awe of her too. I was like, oh, Halle Berry.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
He was stuck, bro. He was stuck.
I could say I kissed her on the hands.
He was stuck on Halle.
Yeah, I was in awe. I was in awe of that too.
I hear you, baby.
You know, I can't. Shit.
Now
Now with I seen Janet Jackson
somewhere.
I got kisses on the cheek from Janet.
I remember Janet Jackson.
I got a picture with the makeup on my face. Yeah, so, you know, that's what I'm saying. I have my moments. I have my moments when I'm in awe, like, oh, you know, when you was a child, you always want to see. I always wanted to see Tootie.
Yeah, they got more.
Facts of Life.
That's something right there. Son.
You know, I always wanted to see Tootie from Facts of Life.
Kim Fields.
Kim Fields.
So,
Yo, I want to say something. You can tell we grew up because in the old days, this should've be gone.
We were just talking about that, Hennessy.
I mean, nobody touching that shit. Look at that
That
shit.
should make you want to catch a charge, though.
That shit is bull. Yeah, if some girls come in here, they can have this shit. But in the old days, nigga, This will be in somebody's pocket, huh?
Right.
Now it sits on the table.
That shit's dangerous right now. We were just talking about that. You fucking around catch a charge with drinking that shit right now. Hennessy is dangerous. I can't believe we used to drink that shit like it was nothing.
Yes.
There's a cognac shortage, right?
They're stealing tequila from the bar.
Do you remember the first time you heard one of your songs on the radio? What were you doing and where were you? And what song was it?
Protect your neck, B.
Yeah. I heard Protect Your Neck on the radio.
Red Alert,
Kid
Kid
Capri
Capri.
played it, and I was at Riz's house. With you, Meth, maybe, Ray, Ghost.
It was like this.
Yeah.
Eyeballs wide open.
Yeah, Kid Capri played. Kid Capri said he was gonna play it, and he played it.
He played
And
it.
That's
That's back. That's what hip hop was really fucking hip hop.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
You know?
He said he was gonna do it, and he did it. So everything was good.
What would you say is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice that was ever given. Knowledge is the basic foundation of everything in existence. Know, listen, and observe. Also respect. That's the best.
That's the greatest piece.
That's
That's the great piece.
definitely.
Where did you
I
get
can't
that
argue
advice
that.
Huh?
from? Who gave you that advice?
Allah.
What do the 5%ers mean to hip hop and what do they teach?
Wow.
Deep question.
We just,
I mean,
Deep
no,
question.
it's easy and simple. I mean, as far as, I mean, when you deal with that, I mean, you just teach love, peace, and happiness at the end of the day. That's the basic principle that you want to get. The highest elevation is happiness. That's where you want to get to. So, I mean, as far as hip-hop, I wouldn't just apply it to hip-hop. I mean, just for all walks of life, because even with hip-hop, it's a vehicle, and it reaches people, so it reaches everybody. So, it's way bigger than hip-hop.
Exactly.
You guys trust politicians?
I don't speak
Yeah,
politics.
we don't get into that.
I mean, I do, but I don't know more because a lot of times, even with interviews, they miss everybody. You know, you get misinformation or misschooled by what you said sometimes or how you say it, and politics is really an opinion. So I'd rather deal with facts, or if I'm promoting something, that's what I deal with.
Me personally, I think politics. I don't deal with that because it's a system in play that I don't know nothing about. You know what I mean? And I don't, I'm not a politician. I'm not into the laws and certain things that bind us as a country or whatever.
Yeah, whoever wins ain't got nothing to do with you. Whoever's holding those positions ain't got nothing to do with you.
Me, I'm into politics, but I don't speak politics.
I understand that. If you can give the youth any last advice or anything to motivate them, what would you say?
Be yourself.
Know yourself. To be yourself.
It goes back to knowledge again.
You know? And that's the most important thing in life is knowing thyself. You know what I'm saying? They say, as a man thinketh, so will he be. So it's first to know yourself, because then you can add on to that and go anywhere in the universe that you choose to be.
Do you guys have anything you want to promote or any upcoming projects or works?
Yeah, I got a book I'm writing. Almost done. I'm like 100,000 fucking words. And new shit coming called Venom. That's about it, man.
I'm getting ready to come with my Jamaican album, and I'm going to Jamaica. I'm moving to Jamaica.
I'm working on
I'm
some
saying,
things.
me and my brother-in-law, man, working on another project. I still got my Loyalties Royalty project. Got a lot of shit I'm doing right now. You know, so get ready, world.
Still working, jerking.
Get ready, Jamaica. I'm coming.
All right, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate
Yes,
your
sir.
time.
Yes, sir.
Really
Zilla,
appreciate
y'all youngins out there, man. Stop shooting each other. Stop killing each other, man. Stop using those guns. Go back to their hands, man. Stop doing that sucker shit, B. Kill enough. We're gonna kill too much of us off, and we gonna get outnumbered, and they're gonna take over the shit, B. And then we're gonna be done. Black men's becoming extinct, man. So stop killing each other, man. Gotta say that one time. Too much killing. Out of here, man. Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really just a hip-hop thing. You know what I mean? It just so happened that brothers who had knowledge itself did music. and they shared the culture of
You should be
that
taping that, man.
with the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's all that is. You know what I'm saying?
Support that,
So,
No, I definitely appreciate your time, guys.
no doubt.